Hey everybody, it's James from Dreamweaver and today we're going to be making this floating Lavalamp menu using CSS and the jQuery JavaScript library. It has a lava lamp or floating bubble which floats along the path of the menu, and it also has an easing effect attached to it as well. Now, I've been using the Lavalamp menu for the last 2 years, and I got it from jamarawahar.com, and as you can see, here's the original, and it's the same effect. It just has an orange background and a different bubble. Now what I've done is I've taken the files from here, I've amended them to suit the tutorial we're going to make today, and I've changed the bubble as well. I've also taken the CSS and the JavaScript codes and I've amended them to make a good beginner's tutorial. So please go along to this website. I'll put a link in the below bar. Now if you want to download the files and you want to use this menu, come to my website. There'll be another link in the below bar. Come down below the video and click on download Dreamweaver exercise files. Click OK and extract the file to your desktop, and you'll be left with a folder called Lavalamp. Now you'll get everything apart from this HTML document. That's the finished file. I'm not going to include that this time. And you'll get the script hooks, you'll get the Lava CSS styles that I've amended that you can post into the CSS document. You'll get free JavaScript libraries from jQuery, the Lavalamp, the jQuery library and the easing effects, and you'll get free images that I've included. The first image I made in Fireworks was the bubble, which you can use to make the lava lamp effect. I've got a pixel gradient for you and a marble effect background as well. There's also a CSS folder, but it's completely empty because we're going to save the CSS into that folder when we start the tutorial. Okay, so once in Dreamweaver, we'll go to Site, New Site, and we'll recreate the site from there. It's in a folder called Lavalamp, so I'm going to give the site name the name Lavalamp. And I'm going to search for the local root folder, which is on my desktop, and that's called Lavalamp. So it's pretty simple, desktop/Lavalamp. Okay, and the root folder will be desktop/Lavalamp/images, and that's for the root folder for the images folder. And when you've done that, press OK. You may need to type in the names of the images folder, like I'm doing here, and once you've done that, press OK. And if you've done everything correctly, you should have the site recreated like this: the script hooks, the CSS styles, a JavaScript folder, images folder and a CSS folder. The jQuery library that I'm using is one that comes with the download from jamarawahar.com, and it's a 2008 version of the library. You can update it if you want to go to jQuery.com and download the latest version, but I'm using this version, which is the most stable version designed to work with the Lavalamp. Okay, so let's create a file, new, blank HTML 1.0 transitional. We'll split the design and we'll go into the body tags. Now the first div tag we're going to create is the all-encompassing wrapper div tag, and we're going to put a comment on the end as well to say that it's the close of that tag. So div ID wrapper and end wrapper div tag. Okay, we're going to start building up the layers of div now, and I'm going to put a div ID in of header, and I'm going to call it header top. That's header with a capital T. So header top div, and we're going to close that off as well to say that it's the end of the header top div. And this will contain our marble background, and we'll install that with the CSS. So now we've got 2 div tags created. We'll click inside one of those and we'll go to the create a new CSS rule button, and we're going to define it into a new style sheet. Click OK, and then we're going to save that into the blank CSS folder that you should have got with your download. I'm going to call mine main.css, or you can call yours Lavalamp if you want to. Just click OK and we'll adjust the styles manually. So I'm going to click on main.css, which is what I called the CSS file, which is located next to the source code, and there's the wrapper div that I created the style from. And I'm going to set a width and a height, but I'm going to set it to automatic, so it's going to flow naturally with the document. So width : auto and height : auto, end those both with a semicolon. We'll now target the header top div, and that's header with a capital T. Make sure you put that in. Open and close curly braces. We'll set the width to 100%, and we're going to set the height to 122 pixels. Now we'll set the height to 122 pixels because that's the height of the background image we're going to put in. So we're going to type in background : We're going to search for the file now. It will be in the images folder. Double click on the images folder and you want to select nav-top and notice the dimensions, 122 pixels high. Press OK and then put a semicolon on the end. Okay, make sure you put a semicolon at the end of the width as well, and you'll notice that in design view that the background image is there, so we'll have a look in Firefox at that now. And you'll see that the background hasn't quite stretched to the edges of the browser window. That's a common problem and we'll fix that right now with a universal selector. So we're going to type in asterisk and open and close curly braces, and we can set the margins to 0. And what we'll also do is set the padding to 0 as well, put a semicolon on the end, and that should take care of the problem. You'll see in design view it has stretched out to fill those areas now, and we'll check it back in the browser and there you go. Okay, let's go back into the source code in Dreamweaver, and just below header top we're going to insert another div which is going to hold the background for our navigation bar. So I'm going to type in div ID and I'm going to call it navbar, N-A-V-B-A-R, and we'll close that div off to say that it's the end of the navbar div. Okay, just create a little space in between. We're going to go back into that again later and add some more attributes. Now we're going to go back into the CSS styles and we'll set up a style for the navbar. So once there, type in pound navbar because it's an ID tag, so pound navbar, open and close curly braces. And the first thing we're going to do is set the background image, and we'll type in background and colon, and then select from the drop down menu the URL, and we're going to select nav-bg, which is a pixel gradient. It's 51 pixels high by 1 pixel in width. Now we need to tell the div what height it's going to be, so we're going to set the 51 pixels of height now and put a semicolon on the end. We'll set the margins to 0 on the top and bottom, so that's 0 pixels, and we'll set it to auto on the left and right, and that will make it stretch out to meet the browser window on either side. We'll set padding of 0 and put a semicolon on the end. Okay, once you've done that, we'll have a look at it in the browser. I'm going to check mine in Firefox and save all the changes. And that's looking good, it's well positioned and it meets both sides of the browser window fine. Okay, we're going to go back into the source code now and we're going to add some elements to the navbar div. So we're going to go inside the navbar div and we're going to create another div, and this is going to wrap around our navigation bar, the actual menu itself. So I'm going to type in div ID and we're going to call it lava wrapper, and that's with a capital W, so you must put that in. And we're going to end the lava wrapper div with a closing comment. Now we're going to set up the menu, the navigation menu, and we're going to put it into an unordered list, and it's going to have a class attribute. So I'm going to type in ul class equals, and we're going to set it up as Lavalamp. And then later when we put in the JavaScript, it will look for Lavalamp, the class Lavalamp, and it will apply the effect to it. Make sure you put a capital L for the lamp, so lava capital L lamp. And we're going to end the unordered list with another comment so we know exactly where the unordered list ends. Okay, now each menu item is going to be inside a list tag, so we're going to set up list items now, and if you just watch what I type and then press pause at the end of it, and then you can copy exactly what I write. So what we're going to do is create a list item, so that's li, and then I'm going to put in a href attribute for the link, so ahref equals, and we're going to close that off. So we're going to close the link tag off, and then I'm going to close the li tag off using the shortcuts within Dreamweaver, and inside the quotation marks I'm going to put a pound sign. Now the pound sign is representing our null link. It's a temporary thing that we're going to put in there until we set up the links properly. Okay, so now I'm going to copy and paste all of the links in till I get 5 links, and you can copy it and then press Ctrl V just like in Fireworks or Photoshop, and it will duplicate all of the link tags there. Now inside I'm going to put in the names of the menu, so I'm going to call the first one home, the second one I'm going to put products, the third one I'll put in services, the fourth one I'm going to put about, and the last one I'm going to put in contact for a contact form. And you'll notice in design view that the list has been created there.